Right, another beautiful sunny day. It's feeling quite warm. It is Friday 14th of April. Supposed to be warming up next week. So we've got the palm shelters down. So let's have a closer look. This is the Butias odorata I brought early summer last year. Weren't sure how hardy that's going to be in terms of where it just been sort of overwintered in a polytunnel or whatever, so we put a shelter over it. But pleased to say it's looking pretty good, and we're pushing out several spears. There's a quite thick clump now coming out, so that's looking good, that one. A quick look at the other one as well. So this is the other Butias odorata. This one's from Seagraves. So we had a bit of a mishap. They sent me Phoenix Canariensis instead, so I had a couple of months wait on that, but I got that what was it, mid-late September, so it went straight in the ground, and we had a shelter over that, and again pleased to say looking really good. There's a couple of fronds that were sticking out the shelter, and even them fronds that were sticking out got no damage on them. So yeah, really pleased with how that's come through the winter. So yeah, surprisingly, compared to some of the other supposedly more cold tolerant palms, that these are looking probably the best out of all the palms I've got. Even some of the Trekkie cups are looking a bit rough, where these are just pretty much mint condition. So let's have a quick look at the Washingtonia robusta. So we did trim most of the dead fronds off. We have got green. They will start pushing out. I've just really left about one leaf on each trunk. There's 3 trunks there, and even the centre spears had a bit of damage on the top, so I've cut them, and hopefully they'll push out in this warmer weather. Did lose a bit of height on the Musa Bajou, so I must have cut off a good 1.5 to 2 foot of that, but that is starting to push out now, so that's good. And let's just finish up. This is going to be a fairly quick one. Let's just finish up with the palm grass. So not supposedly hardy. I did wrap it in fleece. Took the fleece off yesterday. I thought, yeah, that's a goner. You know, on an average winter that'd be pushing your luck, but with the winter we had, I weren't surprised that that had all died off, or as I thought. And looking deep down, as we can see that we've got some green spears coming up. So looking through, there's about 4 or 5 green shoots. So I'm going to call that a mini miracle. So I'm going to cut all the dead foliage off and let that new stuff come up. So even with the really prolonged cold period in December, and was it February we had one as well for a week or so, but yeah, so that's really surprised me. So yeah, the palm grass has survived, and it wouldn't surprise me if we get some seedlings come up from that, because there's a lot of seeds sort of towards the end of the year on that, so we may well get some more come up from that as well. But yeah, the actual main plant is grown from the base, so that's very surprising. And let's just finish up with the other Washingtonia robustas. So this is a double. As we can see, we lost all the foliage on them. These are smaller than the other ones we showed earlier in the video, but as we can see, there is green in both of the new spears that are pushing out. So I give that a couple of months and that'll have a couple of leaves on it, and hopefully get back into growth with that. Yeah, so things are starting to grow, are starting to warm up. Persicaria is already pushing 2 foot. Yeah, things are on the move. So yeah, doom and gloom of winter seems a distant memory now, and we're just going to concentrate on the new stuff that's coming up. And let's just swing you back to finish off with the while I'm here, what we've done with the sago palm, which is all burnt up. I've cut all the fronds off on that and just put a cloche over it to get the heat units in there to hopefully get it to flush out. But yeah, finishing up with the rhododendron, wine and roses. So we've got that in the ground there. So that's a nice contrast with the dark green and the burgundy underleaf on there to the rest of the green foliage. That's a really good contrast, and we can see even since I just brought this literally 5 days ago, the buds are starting to slowly open, so we'll have some nice flowers on that soon. So yeah, with all the doom and gloom with the supposedly hardy palms and the ones that you think are probably more tender, just that little bit of shelter over the top of them, and yeah, pretty much faultless, untouched throughout the winter. Even the fronds, again, ones that are sticking out from the shelter, little bit of spotting on very ends, but in general very happy, because like I say, they were the 2 Butias I brought were quite expensive, and obviously you don't want to lose plants in the first winter. So yeah, good investment. They seem pretty hardy, so next year I won't be putting a shelter over them. I'll let them get on with it. Alright, let's leave it there. Thanks for watching.